Hey guys, John here. Welcome back to another video. It's finally live, the configurator for the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. This is just the normal i4, so no hybrid yet. Keep that in mind as we dive through it and build several of these trucks. And the pricing on one of them, it shocked me a little bit, okay? But down in the comment section, let me know the trim level of truck that you would pick and also what packages you would go for. But we're gonna start with the SR first, guys, building our way all the way up to a limited. Now, keep in mind as we go through this, the configurator is not perfect right now. We will see different exteriors and different interiors for trucks that aren't really there. But the key thing to keep in mind is our powertrain options and also the packages for each truck that we can kind of build up. And you may be saying, John, why would I want to build up a truck? You can't order one from Toyota. Well, the reason for that is because you can kind of tell your dealership what type of truck I want, right? And they can try to allocate it for you. So for the SR, big thing to note here, guys, is if you want an SR four-wheel drive, manual transmission, a bare bones truck, this is the way to get that extra horsepower out of an SR. 270, 310, because your standard output is gonna be 328 and 433. Those are our automatic options. Some of the colors, people were curious as to what colors you could get. We can see those here. So we have Ice Cap, Underground, which is gonna look so sick on the SR, Celestial Silver, Black, and also a little bit of an upcharge for Supersonic Red. Going into some of the packages, very simple with the SR. We get some upgrades right here to include the blind spot monitoring system. I believe the SR is the only one that does not come standard with that. The parking assist and LED bed lights and some bed rail cleats. So SR, you're able to option it a little bit, but still we have a four-wheel drive truck right here for about $35,000. But going into the SR5, we will change up our color real quick so I can show you guys. Basically the same colors as the SR, but going to our bed and cab configuration, this is where we can start to get a 6-foot bed on the Tacoma. Again, it's not reflective here, unfortunately. You can also get a double cab 5-foot bed, extra cab 6-foot bed, and then powertrain for the SR5. We only have an automatic transmission for this, but either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. And then going to the packages, the SR5 can get upgraded quite a little bit, including the heated seats, heated steering wheel, which is pretty nice. So we just added that to this truck. And you get the LED bed lights, the cleats and everything on the back, the whole railing. But a pretty cool thing too with the SR5, if you choose this upgrade package, is the JBL sound system and also a wireless charger, which you couldn't get on the previous model of the SR5. But I don't think for the SR5, you can get a 14-inch screen. I believe it's only standard up into the 8-inch screen right there, but it's still wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay. Going to the pre-runner now, guys. This one, honestly, one of my favorites. I freaking love the pre-runner. I will 100% do a build of one of these one day. It's just TRD off-road first and TRD Pro, but then we'll go back to a pre-runner. It was one of my favorites to drive. The cab configuration for this is only an extra cab 6-foot bed. And then the powertrain that we can get for this is only 2-wheel drive, but this thing is a rocket ship. And it does have a rear locker that will stay engaged until I believe 62 or 63 miles an hour. Some of the colors that we can get for the pre-runner, as of right now, it's showing this. We got Solar Octane, White, Underground, the Celestial Silver, Black, and also Supersonic Red. I think that Underground and Solar Octane are probably my two favorite for this, but you can see Solar Octane is with a bolder black fabric interior. But then if we go to these other ones, it seems to be a lighter interior with the blue anodized, which to my knowledge was only for the TRD Sports. So I believe this may also be a hiccup in the system because I'm pretty certain that the TRD Sports were the only ones that would get different interiors like that. So speaking of TRD Sports, let's dive into it. The cab configuration you can get for a TRD Sport is a double cab 5-foot bed or a double cab 6-foot bed. Now we'll notice when we go to powertrain right here, if you go with the double cab 5-foot bed, you could get it in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, or you can also get it with the manual transmission. Now, if we go back to double cab 6-foot bed, a lot of people were asking this, and I was like, I'm pretty certain based on the pricing that it's not there. So double cab 6-foot bed, we do not get a manual transmission, at least as of right now. That may be a demand that Toyota sees sometime in the future for some people, but at least as of right now, it is not a thing. And since the configurator is not showing us a 6-foot bed, I'll just go ahead and go back to a 5-foot bed. And, you know, we'll add the 4-wheel drive, 8-speed transmission. Colors of the TRD Sport, this is where we're gonna start to see the bronze oxide. We're also gonna start to see the blue crush metallic. All the other colors seem to be the same. And then we also add windshield pearl. So we got an upcharge in price here. I don't think blue crush, nope. Upcharge in price on supersonic red, and our other upcharge on price is gonna be solar octane. It's nice to see that bronze oxide does not have an upcharge on the price because it is a very beautiful metallic-y paint. The bronze oxide color is great. We have fabric, black fabric. We also have white and black fabric, or you have black Softex for this truck. Of course, you have to upgrade the package, and check out that price, how much it jumped up. So we're gonna go to packaging now for this TRD Sport. Pretty much is gonna be the same as the TRD Off-Road, but it's nice to see that eventually as Toyota starts to get more and more of these trucks out there and stuff, and people want to see a cheaper truck, right? Because if we just want to take off that package and come back down to reality to a cheaper priced truck, we totally can. So we're down to a $44,000 truck. Let's say you just want to add the audio media upgrade, which what does this give us? It includes a 14-inch screen. So maybe you just want a 14-inch screen. There will be trucks in the future that just reflect that. So this will be a cloth interior truck, not that many options. It does have the 14-inch screen, which is pretty cool. Or if we want heated front seats with it as well, we can add the heated front seats to it too. We'll see the details of this, just heated seats and mudguards. So the reason there's a whole bunch of different ones on this is because, like, if you look at these heated seats, not with options, it's just the seats and not mudguards. So as you guys build out your trucks and go through this whole thing, you'll realize, like, if you just click the extra details, what everything kind of is on the truck. And then all the way to the Mac Daddy price of a TRD Sport with everything. This is the premium package with options. So we're gonna get the mud guards, you're gonna get the Softex seats, heated and ventilated. You're gonna get the JBL sound system with the Flex JBL speaker in the dash, moonroof, wireless charger, the back window that slides, the dual climate control, everything, the whole gauntlet at the truck. And this whole truck is going to be, yes, Softex seats is fine. This whole truck is going to be $52,705. But let's build the TRD Off-Road, guys. So this is the truck that is hopefully coming to the channel very soon. I will hopefully give you guys some more updates on it whenever the time comes. But grade TRD Off-Road, we're gonna do a double cab with a 5-foot bed. So it's the same as TRD Sport. If you do the 6-foot bed, unfortunately, you're not able to get a manual transmission, but it went for the automatic transmission in my truck. I'm going for the colors here, going for solar octane. Also, when we get to packages, so see, like this one right now, it's reflecting a 6-foot bed. And also, I believe if we go on to the interior, it's showing like a white interior, which I'm very certain is those colors are just for TRD Sport. Going into packages now, very similar to the TRD Sport, where we have, you know, if you just want the multimedia upgrade, you could do that. If you just want to add the stabilizer disconnect, you could do that as well. But you have a ton of different upgrades here. And again, just click the view details to see that. But we are gonna go all the way to the end because we thought that the top premium upgrade was $8,800. Well, on Toyota's configurator, it is actually $10,090 when we equip the truck with that. But we're gonna go ahead and equip this one because this is the one that I hope to go with. At least that was my preference, right? So we have this, and what does this include? Well, this package includes the stabilizer disconnect. So unfortunately, when you go to the TRD premium package, you still have to pay for the stabilizer disconnect. I don't like that. I wish that the premium package right away was everything, but if you go with options, now you get the stabilizer disconnect on top of it, and of course that reflects in the price, that extra $1,230. So we do have the Softex seats, which is nice. They're gonna be heated, ventilated, the full JBL sound system, 14-inch screen with the multi-terrain monitoring system. We also have the parking sensors, all that good stuff. And you can see down here this extra bullet point, the front stabilizer disconnect mechanism. So one thing that I do want to point out too for individuals that did have this question, if we go to a manual transmission, just because I showed kind of a bare bones truck on my channel with it and it did not have the multi-terrain monitoring system, you could still go over here with a manual transmission truck and add the premium package to get the full 360 camera view while you are off-road. So if we see the summary here and go down here, we could see the breakdown of everything. And then once you add the $14.95, that is our reflected price, which is kind of crazy. So I thought that my truck, I mean, this one is actually a manual. So we'll go back to mine real quick and I may have to add the package back to it. I do. So I thought that my truck, guys, was gonna be around $52,000. I did not take into consideration the destination and handling. I thought that all that was included in the price for some reason. Like I knew that it wasn't, but I didn't really know how much it was. So we're talking close to a $55,000 TRD off-road premium, which compared to the outgoing generation, you do get a bit more truck with this, right? And if you don't want all this stuff, you could still get this truck for around $42,000, $43,000, which is a couple $1,000s more, maybe like $3,000 more than the outgoing generation. But when you step up to the premium and you add all the options, outgoing 2023 truck is around $49,000. This one, you know, is about $5,000 more, but you are getting better suspension with this. Essentially what I like to think of this truck as is a TRD Pro of the last generation, but a little bit better just because you have more features on the inside. You do have piggyback suspension. It's not as good as the Fox suspension, but it is way better than the outgoing TRD off-road. You have BFG all-terrain tires on this that were co-developed with Toyota. The automatic tailgate, like a ton of different things in this truck to make it a bit more expensive, but still, that's a sticker shock. Honestly, I will admit that with you guys. $55,000 when you round up for a mid-sized truck. Kind of crazy that we are here in the world for that right now, but that's the price of every manufacturer. Like the trucks are getting up that high in price. And of course, that's just, you know, the manufacturer suggested price. If there's a ton of trucks out there on the market, we can get them for under MSRP, so don't you worry. Limited time. Limited does not have that many options, guys. So it's gonna come standard four-wheel drive, standard double cab with a 5-foot bed, no different options that we can do. And we could see that we dropped solar octane, but we retain pretty much all of the colors. I think an underground limited would look really good. Got black, supersonic red, the blue crush, and of course windshield pearl. And we did lose just the basic ice cap for it, but you have Boulder Softex seats, or also we have black Softex for it. Going to packages, the only thing that we can add to the limited is mudguards. So for $54,000, you know, if you compare this to a Tundra Limited, yes, it's a full-size truck versus a mid-size truck, and I'll do further breakdown videos of this, but you get everything standard on this truck. You get the standard powered running boards, you get the standard JBL, you get the standard moonroof and stuff on this truck. Which is pretty nice to have. But this truck is for a unique audience, you know, that wants this particular type of truck. It is a standard four-wheel drive. On the hybrid models, it will be a full-time four-wheel drive. So this is only part-time four-wheel drive with this truck. But the Limited is pretty cool, and especially because you get a lot of standard options with it. But guys, that is the pricing breakdown on Toyota's site for these trucks. What do you think about that? Let me know again down in the comment section, and I will catch you all in the next one. All right, see you later.